Welcome friends, old and new, to miscellaneous time. So we've had several problems trying to get this video out. First of all, the Wi-Fi at our house isn't working, and that's pretty important if you want to get videos onto the internet. Second of all, Bryson had to go off to the daily grind halfway through filming. So if we look a little bit different or sound a little bit different halfway through the video, you know why. Just don't pay any attention. Hopefully by the time this video is up, Christmas will only be a day away. So in the spirit of Christmas, we put our heads together and figured out what we hate and love the most about the season and compiled it into a list. We'll be starting with a hate and then go to a love, and we'll alternate back and forth between the two. I hate that Christmas time seems to start earlier every year. This year on Halloween, Bryson and I went to Walmart to go get some Halloween candy at the last second. Guess what Walmart had done? They had taken away all the Halloween stuff and had already replaced it with Christmas stuff. On Halloween, you know how many people like us procrastinated and went out to buy candy on Halloween? They probably lost so much money because people like us weren't able to purchase the candy that we wanted. We would have looked pretty stupid handing out candy canes to all the little trick-or-treaters. Before you know it, the holiday season's gonna go a little bit like this. Happy New Year! So, what are you getting me for Christmas? I like that people are nicer at this time of year. Even if it's bad that people only decide to be friendly once every year, at least we can enjoy it while it lasts. I hate when you go into the living room Christmas morning and you see the big box and you think it's gonna be that one thing that you've been asking for all year. But then when you open it up, you realize that it was just a whole bunch of hollow space and something stupid like socks inside. You wake up, you walk into the living room, you look under the tree and there's this huge box. As soon as you pick it up, it's as light as a feather, and you realize this is going to be disappointing. On the flip side of that, I like it when you're disappointed at first when there are no presents under the tree, but it's only because they hid away that one gift that you really wanted. When they finally reveal it to you, it's a great surprise. It's like on A Christmas Story when that kid finally gets his BB gun. At first you go through all the presents, and you say, "What'd I do?" Because you didn't get the present that you deserved for being good all year. Then you hear, "Looks like we must have forgot one." And you turn to see the present that you wanted. Oh my god, yes! Christmas has now been made. I hate it when you don't buy a real tree so that you can avoid all the hassles that would come with it, only to have your fake tree also shed pine needles. If you bought a fake tree and it doesn't shed, then good, congratulations! You got one of the good ones. Our fake tree, it sheds, and I hate that. I love the satisfaction that you get when you get your tree up and the top of it is just tall enough to fit right underneath the ceiling so that you can squeeze the star in there. You get the tree all set up and you stand back and you look at it and you say, I don't know if the star is gonna be able to fit up there. But you get up there and you put the star on top and there's about this much space between the tip of the star and the ceiling. And you make this face. I hate it when people put up so many Christmas lights that it looks hideous. There's so many different colors and so many lights blinking so sporadically that it looks more like a haunted house than it does Christmas decorations. I don't like it when none of the lights are turning on, but I do like it when you find that one loose bulb that you screw back in to turn it all on at once. It's a glorious moment. I hate it when it doesn't snow. And I'm not talking Florida or California weather here, I'm talking 40 degrees and raining all the time. Here in Arkansas, we're supposed to have seasonal weather, which means it's supposed to be sunny in the summer and snowy in the winter. But it's not like that here. It's just cloudy, cloudy, cloudy. And it doesn't make someone very merry. I love it when you find just enough spare clothes to put on your snowman. If it does snow, and you just get done building your snowman, you go inside and you rummage through all the different closets in your house, and you go through all the boxes, and you try to find that one pair of gloves and that one scarf that you can dress your snowman in. You're looking, you're trying to find what you need, and you're worried that your snowman will remain eternally nude. Lo and behold, you find the one pair of gloves, that one scarf, and even manage to find a top hat. A top hat that you had no idea you owned. You gather it all up, you go outside, you put it on your snowman, and you take a snazzy snowman selfie. I hate it when you're at a Christmas dinner and you don't know anything about the relatives that you're sitting across from. It's kind of strange when you're sitting across from this person that's supposedly related to you and you don't know a thing about them. You're eating, they're smiling at you. So how have you been? You look up, good? And you're thinking, how do I know you? How do I know you? How do I know you? Oh, that's good. You've grown a lot since I last see you. That's a hint. That's a hint. You think maybe if I ask a question, how have you been? Good, good. That gave me nothing. What is his name? What is his name? Eventually, someone there will say it, and then you could store it away in your memory and act like that you knew it the whole time. I love getting to eat all the good grandparents' food. If your grandparents aren't very good cooks, most grandparents seem to be for some reason, but if they aren't, then you at least get to go somewhere where someone can actually cook food that's decent enough to eat once a year. I hate that feeling of guilt you get when you can't put a coin in every single one of the Salvation Army buckets that you walk by. Yeah, like when you walk by it the first time, you put a quarter in, and then when you walk out of the store, you hear them and you look at them. Merry Christmas. I already contributed. Deep in the back of your mind, you're like, I should probably put another quarter in. Then every time throughout the rest of the holiday season, you walk past them and you're like, I already put a quarter in. I already put a quarter in. I don't need a help. I did my charity. That feeling of guilt always gets you anyway. I like when someone tells you that your gift to them was their favorite. They'll pull you aside during the party, or maybe not even during the party. Maybe during the next year sometime when you see them at school. Your gift was my favorite. I mean, who knows? Maybe they're telling that to everybody that gave them a gift. But you don't care. It makes you feel special. I hate it when you come back inside after a long day of playing out in the snow and you want to change clothes, and when you're putting on your new pair of pants, your hands are so numb that you can't even button them. You struggle so hard, but your fingers keep slipping off the button because you just cannot feel the metal that is against your fingertips. Unbuttonable weather, that's what I call it. I love the feeling you get when you put your cold hands around a warm cup of hot chocolate. Your hands are freezing, maybe you just got your pants on, and you come into the kitchen to get yourself a nice hot cup of joe. You wrap your hands around the cup and the feeling starts to come back. There's this slight moisture between the mug and your fingers. It kind of burns your fingers a little bit, but it feels so good. I hate it when a radio station decides that it's still Christmas even after Christmas is over. It's December 26th, you're driving in the car and you flick on the radio station and Jingle Bells comes on, and you say to yourself, no! You turn the station and maybe a second station thinks it's still Christmas too. Then you just have to turn the radio off and drive to wherever you're going in silence. Come on, radio stations, don't let this happen. I like it whenever the Christmas carol that comes on matches exactly what you were just doing. Like when you just come in from a sleigh ride and that song that goes, we're going on a sleigh ride, and if you want to sing, it's allowed. Comes on. When you're decorating your Christmas tree with your family and rocking around the Christmas tree comes on. Or maybe you just got done putting that top hat on top of your snowman and he gets up and starts dancing around, and then Frosty the Snowman comes on. It's like, perfect. Wow. How did that happen? Who cares about the dancing snowman by this point? It's amazing that Frosty the Snowman just happened to come on at the exact time that you put the top hat on. Yeah, what are the odds? I hate when you're sick for the whole holiday season. You have the sniffles, you start sneezing, you cough all the time. It's it's a nuisance. I love it that you're out of school. Oh yeah. Even though being away from school means that now I'm open to be scheduled for work more often, at least I'm not getting homework every night. Yeah, having no school is probably the best part of Christmas time. Make sure to click all the buttons. The like button, the subscribe button. No, don't click that button. Hope you guys liked this video. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Cheers.